youth camp, assessing business professional opportunities. That is working with skills available in this present world, being the 21st century. Last time we talked about writing a good CV and how to prepare for the interview. So this time I want to assume that you wrote a very good CV. You passed through the interview process and now you've gotten the job. You are about to start your career. And we want you to go to your workplace, not only to succeed, but also to rule the world there. I'm talking to my fresh graduates. I believe by now you are fresh. So when you start the work, everything will be fresh. But with God helping you, you will be able to succeed. That's why Philippians 4:13 says, I can do all things through Christ, which strengtheneth me. With God by your side, you will be able to rule the world. Amen. Now, you were seeking jobs across the globe, all over the place, sending CVs upon CVs. And then you will sit back and say, how far have I come? From P to P. That is from your preschool through to your primary, to your senior high, and then to your university. After, you might do your mastery, doctorate, but at the end of it, you are going to end up with a professional education. In whatever field you are in, it is good to get a professional certificate in that field. If you really want to reach on top, and if you really want to rule the world, you must acquire professional competencies. And then you are going to use this profession to access good jobs in order to climb the career ladder. So now you tell yourself, I now have the job. I want to access professional opportunities in the field that I am in the job that I have gotten. I want to access the opportunities in that job in order to reach the top. Now we have some verses that tell us how we have to go about our job. When you are given something to do, you do it with all of your might. If you really want to reach and rule the world as a fresh graduate. In Matthew 25, verse 14 and 13, you find time in your own space and go through this verse. At the same time, Exodus chapter 31, verse 1 to 6, find time and go through it diligently. And you will see how God make it possible for some people to make use of the talent that were given them, and they acquire more talents. But those that did not use their talent, they did not get anything. And even the one that they have, it was taken away from them. So when God gives you opportunity and you don't make use of it, you must lose out. May God help us. He said, I have filled him with the Spirit of God, in wisdom, in understanding, and in knowledge, and in all manner of workmanship. Exodus chapter 31, verse 3. God is the one who gives us knowledge. God gives us wisdom. At the same time, God gives us understanding in whatever that we do. The skills that we have is given by God. Our gift, our talent come from nowhere but the God that we serve. Now, you may ask yourself, how am I going to achieve success in my own career? In order to achieve success in this 21st century, you must acquire skills beyond the traditional learning that worked in century past. At first, with your qualification, you'll be able to go. But in this present world, you have to add in more skills. Otherwise, you will not be able to grow in your field. To achieve success in your career, let us look at some necessary skills that you have to add to your already acquired skills for success in your career. Now we have the learning skills. We said the 4 Cs are by far the most popular in this present world, in this 21st century. Those skills are also called learning skills. In order for you to succeed in your career, at the workplace, you try as much as possible to think. You have to do critical thinking. Find solutions to problems. Don't just stay with the status quo. No. Try as much as possible to be creative, thinking outside the box, and it is known as innovation. And also you learn how to collaborate with others. You learn how to work with others. You learn to work in teams. And you know how to communicate and communicating well. In addition to your personal skills, in addition to your interpersonal skills, you will be able to succeed in your chosen career. Not only that, you have to have digital literacy skills to it. In this age, we call it computer literacy. If you go to the workplace, I don't even think they are going to even employ you if you don't have any knowledge in computer, because now we are in the digital world. Everything is online, everything is digital. So it's good for you to be information. You have to have information literacy. You have to understand facts, figures, statistics, and data. You have to be good in data analysis. Nowadays, we don't do ordinary reports. We don't give a raw report, qualitative report. No, we give quantitative report. We give data analysis of issue. If you are able to add those skills to your already acquired skills, you will be able to move the ladder in your career. You have to have media literacy, understanding the methods and outlets in which information is published. You have to have technology literacy, understanding the machines that make the information age possible. Add digital skills to your learning skills, and you will be able to climb the career ladder. Also, you have to acquire life skills. You have to be flexible in things that you do. Do not deviate from plans as needed. Be focused, be attentive, stay on top, but don't forget that God is in control. You have to acquire leadership skills. You have to know how to motivate your team to accomplish a goal. You have to be initiative, starting projects, strategies, plans on your own as to how to make sure that you succeed in your career. You succeed in the job that you've been able to get, so that you make the most out of it and reach the top. You also have to be productive. You have to maintain efficiency. In an age of distractions, if you are not focused, if you are not productive, you will be stagnant. But when you learn to be productive, you'll be able to climb your career ladder. You also have to acquire social skills, interpersonal skills, meeting and networking with others for mutual benefit. It is also an advantage in climbing your career ladder. Personal branding. This is also very important. You have to have an identity. They have to know you for something. They have to know you for your integrity. You just don't have to be all over the place. Take a stand. Make a brand for yourself. So when they mention your name, they know who you are, what you stand for. So when you get your job, when you start your career, think of creating an identity. Create a brand and a good name for yourself, and you'll be able to climb the career ladder. As you are in the office, you'll be faced with so many things. If you don't do good planning, you might not succeed. So when you do good planning, when you are able to manage your time, it will help. So we have this time management matrix in 4 quadrants. We have 1, 2, 3, and 4. We have the not important and the important. We have the urgent and not urgent. There are some things that are very important and they are very urgent. There are some things that are very important but they are not urgent. There are some things that are not important at the same time they are not urgent. There are some things that are not important and not urgent. You have to know where you have to classify those things. So quadrant 1, the important and urgent for immediate and important deadlines. If you know that you have an important deadline to meet, place your wish in the quadrant 1 and then you'll be able to go. Quadrant 2 for long-term strategizing and developing. 3 is for time pressure distractions. They are not important, but someone wants it now. And 4 is for those activities that yield little and no value. Also, you have to do effective networking. Network is very important in this age. Networks are critical to your personal success. Your network is directly linked to your net worth. It is a life worth quality to have effective network of people, knowing people and having people around you. Should you go through your contact list? Can you find a mentor? Can you find somebody who is there for you when you need him? Do you have God-inspired role models for various aspects of your life? Any prayer partner? Any frank talker? Your contact list contains a way most of the people in your network are. So when you go through your network, do your network have people that you can rely on, people that will be your destiny helpers, people that will be your burden carriers? With God helping you, all things are possible. Now the challenge: are you ready to succeed in your career, having learned the life skills, the digital skills, the learning skills, in addition to your own qualification and competency? Are you ready to meet the challenge? Now keep something in mind. God said in John 10 verse 10, the thief cometh not but to steal and to kill and to destroy. But God has come that you might have life, and that you might have life more abundantly. So in order to live an abundant life, do not forget God in whatever that you do. Try as much as possible to get your 3 graces intact: your salvation, sanctification, and baptism of the Holy Ghost, and continue to strengthen yourself in the Lord. Continue to re-anoint yourself daily, and you'll be able to climb the career ladder. So now, don't think it is a difficult step at all. No, it is not. Take the first step. The moment you want to climb the ladder, if you climb the first step, you have to continue to the end. You don't have to turn back, because you are going somewhere. So you follow the steps till you reach where you are going. The same thing in your career. Take your first step. Keep moving. Keep growing with God helping you. Thank you. So I believe that now you are going to rule your word. You are going to rule in your career. You are going to make it to the end. You are going to be self-actualized in whatever that you do. May God help us all. Amen.